Hello, hello. That was louder than it should be. Hang on. No. Where are you? Alright, I'm already not liking you right now. Anyway, welcome back. This is Jack. Y'all know my usual spiel. I am trying to get my music volume down, and it's not... Let's see, is it here? There it is. There we go, that's better. Normally when I'm just sketching, I'll have like politics or going or something, I don't know. Today, since I am going to be on air, that would probably be a bad idea because I'd probably get hit by copyright. Yeah, I should probably zoom in while I'm leaned back this far, but I'm not going to because that would require me getting back up and getting uncomfortable again. Alright. Y'all know I'm not much of an artist. I'm still in the process of learning. I've got a long way to go. This is just like the basic template, and I really don't like the size of that head compared to the body. So I'm just gonna erase that. Yeah, this is not the this is not how he's gonna actually look in the end, obviously. What I'm kind of working on right now is a character I want for... I'm going to call it a manga, but technically, since I'm not Japanese or making this in Japan, it's not a manga. So whatever. I figured I could at least like make... kind of do what the creator of... One Punch Man does. Like, he has his webcomic, and yeah, that's good enough. I don't need that part to look good. What One Punch Man does is his initial webcomic like looks like garbage. Like, it looks... he's not the best artist. Like, I'm really going out of focus. Screw it, I'll zoom in. Hang on. It means I gotta get uncomfortable. Hopefully the camera doesn't freeze. That wasn't me zooming in, that was me focusing. Alright, that's better. Although it's now more focused, it looks like. Alright. I'm still probably out of focus, but I don't care at this point. I'm hoping my volume's okay. I don't have the audio mixer up like I normally do. Okay. Oh, shit! I just realized something. Y'all can't hear the music. Let me add that in real fast. That's audio input in. Sorry, I meant to do this. I usually don't have music on this tab. There we go. So now y'all should be able to hear the music. When it picks back up, it just went quiet. Let me scooch forward. That might help. There we go. Alright, let's go back to me trying to sketch. Alright. Yeah, I'm really slouched down. I shouldn't be that far down. It's probably bad for my back anyway. Like, because I don't draw with my... I could probably do it standing. It'd probably look better if I stood, but... I'd have to adjust the camera massively in cables. I should probably start doing it that way. Alright. What was I doing? Oh yeah, drawing. Alright, we're on layer 2. Layer 2. Let's, I'll work on the body. Normally I would go for the head first because that's the more complicated thing, but we're going to start with the body. So let's see here. The character in question kind of looks like a businessman. See if I can... The character I want to get inspiration from. We'll see if I can find an example. Let's see, I couldn't even spell his name right. There it is. Thankfully, Google is not stupid. Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, I can kind of work with that. The character I'm drawing inspiration from is Leorio. Alright. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we're going to start with his... he's wearing a jacket. Actually, I'm not even liking the base layer. It's distracting me. Alright. So we're gonna... I'm not very good at drawing, like, taking up a lot of the palette, whatever you want to call it. I'm very bad at proportioning. Alright, let's see here. I wasn't originally going to include drawing his arms in yet. Save that for a bit later, because I'm... Yeah, see, that's why. Yeah, his arm would have looked very narrow, and since he's supposed to be wearing a suit... for those who know Hunter x Hunter, the character's name is Leorio. No, he's obviously not Leorio, but... Alright, I'm probably going to have to adjust that later. But for now, it will work. This is my first time trying to draw this character too, so I don't entirely know what I want from him. I don't think that's a good idea. Hang on. I get. Yeah, it is actually. Like, I'm trying to remember how a suit looks, because it's been a long time since I've worn one. I used to love wearing them. In fact, I still kind of do. I just don't, because I don't go anywhere, so might as well. Ugh. I got a really bad smudge on my glasses, and it's bothering me. Alright, let's see here. You know what? I'll come back to that. We'll worry about that detail in a minute. We'll get to his other side. I had an idea for a pose for his other arm, but I can't remember what it is. He's not flexing, in case anyone's wondering. He's not supposed to be flexing. I think I'll just do the other arm on his hip. No. I now remember what his other arm was supposed to be doing. It is effectively at his side, but there's a reason for it. Yes, I am not that great of an artist. I am still learning, and that's why this is practice. And I'm very aware that I am not good at this. I could have probably used the mirror function to help me do that, but I didn't. It's already too late, so now I gotta see if lightning will strike twice and I can make it look about the same. Yeah, kinda. There we go. I gotta bring the tie all the way down. There we go. Let's see here. There we go. Coloring will make that a lot more obvious. I need to make his left arm longer. Every now and then you might see something pop up. There's a button on my little stylus, and I hit it all the damn time. And it's annoying when I'm like trying to make a good line, and then I'll thumb it, and it'll just like stop the line in the middle of it. It's like, ah, so I have to start all over. You know what? No. He's going to look like damn Slenderman if I do it like that. I can give him a slight bend in his arm to make it obvious where it goes from bicep to arm. Also, because he's supposed to be carrying his briefcase. That's a really, really damn thin wrist. Let's fix that. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. What the fuck? Oh, that's why. Hang on, I've been dumb. I'm being dumb. There we go. You know what? No, hang on. There we go. I can get rid of that now. There we go. Now you should be able to hear the music and hear me talk, hopefully. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm actually... That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. All right. I think that works, actually. For proportion-wise, that's not bad. Because I don't sleep like a normal human. That's why. You've known me long enough that I figured you would have already known that. So I figured, since I was going to be up sketching anyway, might as well have a sketching and vibing session. In case anybody had anything they want to talk about. So far, no one seems to really want to join in, so that's fine by me. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, let me get rid of his head that's peeking through his hair, because I don't need it anymore. Nothing specifically. I am literally just sketching out an idea for a character for a manga that I want to do at some point whenever I get good enough to consistently do it. Although, oh, why am I hosting it late? I'm just going to be awake anyway and figured I'd be doing this. I figured it was better I did it. Went ahead and just did this now and just chilled out. I want to fix that tie. Like, I just noticed something that bothers me. Which benefit to fixing the tie... because ties do not start wide. They actually start thin and then go... There we go. So, yeah, that's why I'm hosting late. Just because I happen to be awake. I wasn't planning on doing this. I just decided to do it. Let's see. How do I want to do his eyes? That works. Okay. That's way too big. I gotta zoom in for this. Or I could just do it off to the side on another layer and then scale it in. Let me see here. Yeah, that works. Like, yeah, that does work. Maybe one day, one of my comics will be big and people will People who saw my early sketches will be like, hey, I was there for that. And his channel still has it when he's just rambling to himself. Yeah, Photoshop. I do have I forget the other one. I have it even installed. I just don't use it. Kind of want to give him a goofy grin. I'm trying to think of what kind of grin I could give him. Because he's a very unserious character. You know what? I'll just stick with what I've been doing. He's a very unserious character. He's like that for a reason. I'm just not going to even be artsy about his smile. I am still I'm actually pretty. I like to think I'm pretty decent at drawing female characters at this point because I've drawn several at this point. Mostly, I've been doing muscular female characters. Don't read into that. I could have just Control-Z'd that, but I didn't. All right. Let me zoom in even more so I can get at least the pupil. Actually, you know what? I don't need to do anything crazy. Will you freaking let me zoom in? I don't need to do anything too crazy for the pupil. But yeah, I'm using Photoshop right now. Let's give him some eyebrows. Let me up my size back up to 3. Yeah, I draw really small. We're going to give him some eyebrows. There we go. All right. Once again, I do know I'm still not that good of an artist, but I'm learning. That's what I care about. I know I keep saying that, but this is meant to be a form of self-talk. I need to keep reminding myself that I'm still learning. So the concept to the world itself is that I can do this. Almost everybody knows the phrase trial by combat. And I had this notion, what if the world actually ran on that? What if every court battle, it's a horrible hand, but it'll work for now. Yeah, it looks like a robotic hand. I'm gonna fix that. It's gonna bother me if I don't. So what if every court battle was a trial by combat? So if you were to sue a company, you would have to. The case would be decided not by if they wronged you or not. It'd be decided by trial by combat. You or a representative would have to fight their legal representation. And a lawyer is, or an attorney as they're sometimes called, would be just literally the combatants that you hired to defend your case or to do your case. And I'm going to go ahead and be lazy on this hand. I don't need to be too crazy about it. Go ahead and draw out the handle too while I'm at it. Yeah, I've probably mentioned to you before because it's an idea that's been burning in the back of my head. And I intended to make a few tongue-in-cheek references in it. That's too small of a briefcase. Oh, wait, I can cheat. I like cheating. Because who holds a briefcase like that anyway? So I'm still going to have the square here for reference. And then we're going to... This is going to be a really difficult perspective to do, especially because I don't intend to draw his legs. I haven't yet to really draw legs. And the main character in question, he's an attorney. He's a freelance attorney. He doesn't work for any major companies or anything, and he's not part of a law firm. He's instead a freelance one. And he's actually really good at his job, really good. But he also doesn't charge what normal attorneys would charge. Like the first opening story I have in mind for him, he charges his clients a ham and cheese sandwich for taking the case, and then a second ham and cheese sandwich if he wins. And he's actually really good. And there's a reason he's actually really good too. Which would be me revealing plot, and I'm not going to do that. Okay. Actually, it's his right arm, so it'd be... Okay, yeah. Just want to make sure the thumb would be up like I thought. One of the other details... Yeah, I'm using a drawing tablet. That's a really small hand, and I don't like that. I should really do the hand as a separate layer. That way I don't keep erasing the... I can fix that later, I don't care. Plus, the hand's going to cover up a decent portion of it. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I bought a drawing tablet. Words, I can English. A few years back, or not a few years back, about a year back, because I wanted to learn to draw then too, and I kind of lost motivation. I kind of just looked at myself and said, "No, I'm garbage. I'm not going to be able to learn. Finger's too damn small. I want the finger longer." There we go. I want to make his finger thinner because I want him to have very thin fingers. Because I imagine this guy to be a very thin person. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to learn to draw a while back, so I got a tablet because I don't have space for to lay out a sheet of paper and draw out. I do have a notepad though that I did buy. I just don't use it. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's actually not too bad of a hand, if I have to say so. Like, it could definitely be better. I'm still obviously learning, but I think that's a pretty decent hand. I'm not good with feet yet, mostly because I haven't tried, really. What type? A knockoff XP pen. Like, it's nothing special. It was something cheap that I picked up for $100. Because I happen to have the money. I'm gonna fix that middle finger. Like I was gonna ignore it, but like I decided I can't, because I just can't. That middle finger, that middle finger's atrocious. Like he broke his middle finger or something. It's just really swollen up. There we go. That's a bit better. Still thin in places, thick in other. I don't care. I can settle with that. The way it was before bothered me. All right. Clean up some of the. You're not going to be able to see that through his wrist. Like, yeah, I'm really cheating on this. Like, I'm not trying to make this hand look too particularly good, because I'm not. It's a very I think that's a very difficult hand position to do. All right, and obviously because he's got that piece of paper there, you wouldn't see his jacket through it. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. But yeah, I've been practicing, and you're in the Discord channel, so you get to see all the artwork I do, because I release it there too. Because why the hell not? Like I wanted to draw Cade 6's gun. And I did. That's probably the first inanimate object I've drawn in a picture. Alright, cool. So now I'm just going to go up to a new layer. Let's see here. I could probably do a lot more sketching at this point and like get him a bit more the way I want, but I'm just going to get into the coloring now. We're going to get rid of the background because I want to. reduce that down from 5,000. All right. I'm going to stick with who I'm referencing, Leorio. We're going to go with a dark blue suit. Not navy blue, which is black, but a dark blue. Once again, I'm starting with the suit. About my drawing, she says she likes them. She seems to have gotten back into drawing about the time I started doing this myself. Hey, Gothic. Like, that's not to say she's inspired to do it because of me kind of thing. Just seemed to be like, hopefully I was some form of motivation, I would say. But she seems to like what I'm doing. She's been a good bit of positive talk for me, reminding me that I was coming from stick figures, and if I can, and I do like the idea. Like, that's something I really do enjoy in my life when I'm going to say motivate or inspire somebody to achieve whatever their dream may be. Like, if it may be artwork or if it may be or whatever. Because I do want to learn animation. I do, like the description even says it. I want to learn to animate. I'm going to learn it through 3D modeling, and I got to learn to do this kind of artwork too if I want to do any form of game development either. Like, there's a lot of things I want to learn, and since I have the damn time to do it, I'm gonna freaking learn it. If I can learn to make VTuber models for Gothic, Violent Chocobo, and possibly Sherrod, I'm going to. Actually, I could probably go... You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm just going to color over the hands even though I don't need to, because I'm going to go back... I have to switch out and go back over them anyway. But if I just color over everything right now with all of his body with this, I can at least turn on Alpha Lock and not have to worry about going outside the lines. Like, well, I'm kind of hoping that, like, you see some of the work I do for, like, Coffee Over Gaming, for instance, and I hope that it inspires you whenever you do get back into doing your videos, whatever you end up doing with your channel. I hope that the way I handle my streams inspires Gothic to do with her streams. I hope, or even Sherrod too, but I think Sherrod's mad at me right now. But that might be just my voice in my head talking to me, telling me that they're mad at me. I don't know. I'm going to make his briefcase green, like a good forest dark green, because it conflicts with the rest of his outfit, and I feel like that would just really be funny. Because he's not a stylish person. He wears a suit because in his head that's what an attorney is supposed to do. But most attorneys in this world wouldn't wear a suit. They'd wear whatever they fucking pleased, including armor. One of the other details that's in this... The name of the manga will be Terms and Conditions. Will be called Terms and Conditions. And the reason it's called that... wow, that briefcase is so... Okay, yeah, that's right, because he's holding it at an odd angle. Let me go back and draw the odd angle in, because I just realized, like, I only did half the work on that. Let's go fix that. I'm not going to bring it up. Like, I shouldn't have even said as much as I did. There, that's better. Like, it still looks like garbage, but I'm not worried about it. Once again, maybe I'll find somebody... maybe I'll just do the webcomic that looks like garbage, and then somebody will come in behind me and want to turn it into a proper manga. Shit. I'm on the wrong layer. Yeah. Whatever it is, I probably deserve it. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure I know what it is if they are mad at me, and I probably deserve it. Let's leave it at that. but they're my family, and they'll. I hate to say it this way, they'll get over it, but they'll get over it. Like that's what we do as family. Yeah. And once again, this is something I've always wanted to do. I grew up with my sister, who is a phenomenal artist. She refuses to believe me, but she's a phenomenal artist. Well, she knows she's a good artist, but she refuses to accept that. What color tie do you think? Did I freeze? No. Okay, I'm just standing still. What color tie do you think? And while you're discussing that, I'm going to fix the hand or the. I missed the spot with the handle. I'm actually thinking about going back and making the briefcase bright yellow, because that too would just be an obnoxious color. Brown tie? All right. Now, if it's a picture that I'm doing that, like, I mean for somebody else, like every time I do, like, a prototype of Violent Chocobo's VTuber, like, just an idea I have of what she might want, I'll actually be a lot more intensive. I'll be a lot more focused. This is something for me. I'm just vibing out. And I figured some of y'all might want to join me and talk. Spitball ideas. Good point, because most people like to wear either red ties or blue ties. And since he's already wearing a blue suit, I didn't want his tie matching. I thought about actually giving him a red tie for a specific reason. Oh, I forgot to mention this. So the other detail that's important about this world is, so the name of the manga is called Terms and Conditions. And there's a form of magic, you can call it like key abilities or whatever you want to call it, that you can only activate. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Tie interchanges. Well, yeah, he can change the tie. Yeah, he can change the tie throughout the story. Tie gets ripped, he replaces it. The only thing I'm going to go with is I want the briefcase to be consistent between issues and his suit itself. Making a joke that it gets dirty and he doesn't clean it for a while. So it just progressively gets more and more dirty before some client goes, "You're fucking cleaning your suit." And he's like, "All right, fine." Anyway, so terms and conditions. There's a type of key, magic, whatever you want to call it, that exists that most fighters know how to do. And, of course, he does too. And checkered tie. Ooh, that will be interesting. I will have to do that. Or stripes? Do you think stripes would be more interesting? And what it is like when you make a pact, effectively, a term is what it's called. The term dictates when you can use the ability. Once the condition is met for that term, the ability can be activated or used. Now, some people, and usually the more difficult it is to make the pact, or the more powerful the ability can be, the less energy it takes to use. So, for instance, somebody might make the term checkered. Okay. Someone might make the term. Now you can switch them around, like depending on what tie he's wearing would be one of his terms. The more difficult it is to control the term, the more the condition, the more powerful the ability becomes, or it becomes cheaper to use, so to speak. So for this character, so like some characters would do like, if my opponent weighs more than me, I get 2 times stronger or something like that. That might be an example of an ability. And he's no exception. He has his own terms and conditions. In fact, he has a lot of them. And they're really, really weird. Like, one of them, is if my opponent is wearing a red shirt, I can throw fireballs. Like, he does really weird terms and conditions, and the weirder they are, usually they become a lot more powerful because they're just things he can't control at all. So they become very interesting. Because like the tagline for the manga I want to have is, my conditions have been met. What do you want the other color to be? Checkered black or checkered some other random color? Checkered yellow. Yellow and brown, because that's just like very disgusting, ugly looking. Let's not make him totally dark. Let's make him there. There we go. That way you can see the outline. So, and it's very difficult to. You can't break packs. You can't just activate abilities. You can't just activate the ability without fulfilling the condition. And you can only create a new condition / term through training. Like, you have to train it within yourself, make it a part of who you are. So the fact that he has so many just shows you the breadth of his experience and how much he's fought. Yep, that's actually one of the things. Like, because one of his the tagline is, "My conditions have been met," and that's actually one of his conditions that people don't realize, and that's why it's even more powerful, because he technically has 2 conditions on every ability. One of them is, the condition, the initial condition must be met, which is, like, say his opponent's wearing a red shirt. Like, that could be the initial trigger. But then he must acknowledge that the condition has been met, and he says, "My condition has been met." No, I don't like that. It's too. Let's go over here. I'll have to blend that a little bit, but no, I want to be a little brighter, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. Let me. I know how to do this. I know how I'm going to do this. Hang on. We'll do it like that. So yeah, and then there is. I am going to. Spoilers. I do intend at some point for somebody to realize that's a condition, and they try to stop him from activating his terms and conditions by preventing him to be able to say that. And that's actually another condition, that if somebody renders him unable to speak for some reason, like messes with his throat, he can instead is able to. Yeah. That can actually be a joke at one point. He's like, "Hang on, new case, new tie." Throws away the old tie, gets a new tie. Now, he does have a story as to why he is as good as he is at being a lawyer. And since no one will probably actually ever go back to this video because it's my first one. Yeah. Or for, like, when he doesn't have a case, he goes back to the generic brown or something. Oh, shit. Yeah. I'd probably make this tie, the one I'm doing right now, like his first episode, so to speak, because everybody remembers his first every manga character's first episode and their first appearance. Because like Luffy changes his outfits all the damn time, but everybody remembers like his first one. Gotta make sure I'm on the right layer when I go back to coloring. Yeah, 'cause there's a lot of transparency coming through right here. And I do have to erase the outer edges that that bled through. I'll worry about that later. I'll do that during cleanup. All right. Ah, didn't mean to jump that far. All right, I can kind of zoom out. Now I need that piece of paper. And then I will actually finish up the checker pattern on his tie. Oh, let me fix that. That's going to bug me if I don't do it now. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, the reason why he's as practiced and experienced as he is, he used to be part of a law firm, so to which is a team of lawyers that work together, in case there's a case that's too big for them, and they were considered one of the best. And he was very, very greedy and bloodthirsty and dangerous back then. And I haven't decided what changed him. But he eventually like stopped being that person. Something caused it. And so he left his law firm, and whether or not that practice disappeared or is still going without him is part of a story. But that's not revealed for a long time. Like, I don't intend for it to be something that's brought up if I ever did it. If I ever got to the point where this was actually a thing and people cared about it. Like, it would probably be a team of 4 lawyers, and the group was called, like, the 4 Horsemen or something like that. Something cheesy like that, because why the hell not? I think the next time I do one of these, if I ever do another one of these, I should be standing. I'll just draw on my, use my desk like I'm supposed to. I actually don't like that dark blue. I want it to be here. That's a bit better. Oh, I said I was going to finish the tie, and I never did. Maybe an accusation case that affected more than what he thought to him, and it was simply a job, but he condemned the wrong person and affected a lot and blamed himself. That's possible. Because I like the idea that when he was his old self, he didn't care. Like, he wanted to win the cases. That's all he cared about. He cared about proving how good of a lawyer he was, kind of thing. That's all he ever cared about back then. And then, in fact, actually, the people who knew him then, are usually pretty stunned when they find out what he's like now. No, his shirt's not polka dotted. That's supposed to be him. That's supposed to be him having spilt mustard on his shirt, because that's 100%. I feel like something this character would do, and he just doesn't clean it off. Goes to court like that. All right. What was the other color we were gonna do with brown? I want it to be an obnoxious color too. Like, it does not match the rest of his outfit. Just completely contradicts the rest of his look. But it goes good. You know what? Another shade of yellow, like this. That'll work. Oh, I could probably turn on alpha lock now, which is relevant for where I'm working, but whatever. I know the yellow pattern doesn't match, and I don't care. I was going to do ketchup, but if you put red there, people are going to think it's blood, but I'm like, nah. Mustard. And I'm not a fan of it. I got to fix those eyes. Like, I'm going to fix the eyes. I think the eyes were on this layer. Like, the eyeballs themselves were on this layer. Yeah, they were. There you go. Fix them. There. He's going to... Yeah. Down the road, I might come up with a legitimate reason. Right now, I just like the idea he once was a very selfish lawyer, and he's just no longer. Like, I'm not going to go into too much detail on his eyes because I just don't care. He's supposed to be a simple picture. In some cases, literally blood-sucking. Because, like, the first case, I wanted him to be going against, like, a power company, and its initials are going to actually be, like, a real power company, IRL. Because I'm like that, and they're just dumping toxic sludge. They're dumping toxic sludge in, and it's like messing with a town. And they want to take them to court, but they can't afford a lawyer. He kind of just wanders in, says he'll take the case for a ham and cheese sandwich. At first, of course, the villagers don't think he's going to be able to win the case because random guy wanders into town in a and he's obviously dirty suit, and he says, "Yeah, I'll take the case for a ham and cheese sandwich." So at first they weren't going to do it, but they're like, "Okay, he's only wanting a ham and cheese sandwich, and we don't lose anything for doing this." So they end up letting him take it to court. I was actually considering that the only people that are more dangerous than the attorneys are what's known as accountants, which I don't know what that's going to be in the story, but I just like the idea of doing accountants as maybe they're the enforcers of the court, or the accountants. Their job is if like a perpetrator is refusing to pay up on their side of the agreement. Oh, hey, you lost the court case. That means you need to pay you need to not only stop dumping, but you owe this village 50 million, whatever the currency is. Well, I refuse to pay. All right, call in the accountants. I don't refuse to pay. No, I'm not. Still not sure if I'll ever be able to actually turn this into anything. Just an idea. I figured since I've been practicing drawing, I might as well allow my community to see what I've been doing. Yeah, I don't think I have too much more I need to do. I just see a couple spots where transparency seeping through because I didn't get it. All right. Yeah, I didn't want to set it in high school. That's another like little detail I can throw in. Like once again, I'm not. I know I'm not that great, but I can. I am learning. And I think I've developed pretty decently what I can draw. All right. Leaning back because my butt's going numb. All right. I think that's pretty decent. Like, I definitely could do better. I can definitely see a few things I could do better. Once again, this is just like a first initial draft of what he could look like. I could hang on. I'm gonna adjust his hair actually. Hang on. Let's adjust his hair. Like not the top part. We're gonna do the bottom part. I'm gonna adjust his hair just a little bit. No, 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 no. I messed up. I already messed up. We're gonna change his hairline. I want to change his hairline. I want him to have a widow's peak. There's no reason why I want him to have a widow's peak. Literally none. But I have suddenly decided he needed a widow's peak. Because what I'll probably end up doing if I do it initially, I'll probably make it like a webcomic you can just read, but then I'll also do a separate variant that's on my channel that I'll have my friends voice the different characters because I have several friends who want to do voice acting. So, and there we go. Let me do this. Hang on. There we go. That's an idea. That's an idea. I'm going to make this really interesting. Hang on. I got an idea. So we're going to. I'm going to expand. Like I'm going to expand the picture. It's no longer just like. It's a thing. I'm not just doing a thing. I'm doing a thing. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I'm just going to do this white as a background for now. this up to make it go over his hair. There we go. And yes, I'm intentionally having the briefcase hang off the side. Yes, because that's exactly what I wanted. Great. Hang on. I actually have to use my keyboard anyway. For this part, I'll have to use my keyboard. Son of bitch. I'm about to lose my shit up in here. Y'all gonna make me go all out. Okay. That one's going to have smaller font because I need it to. Let's see, does 200 work? And yes, he's intentionally going to be standing in front of it because he's dumb like that. 125 might do the trick. There we go. Which means I will shrink out... I will bring this down just so it's a little closer and matching. So let's do straight 200. There we go. Like, I'll have him cover up the C. Just because he's weird. Alright, let's change the font to a straight black. Because I had it slightly not. And then we're going to come over here. Stroke. Stroke, stroke, stroke! There, now that I got that out of the way, so I can see. There we go. It's meant to look like a really bad business card. Like, the guy obviously messed up. Or has, like, no style when it comes to actually making business cards. Although I can imagine this being more of a, like the cover. And now I just got a couple of spots I need to clean up the bleed over. Also, Nico, the character is a graphic design is my passion type of dude. It's not my passion. I'm not gonna lie. I'm learning because I want to be able to make my own comics, animations, video games, and it's just a skill that I don't want to have to pay somebody else to do. Also, hi. This is a skill that I've always wanted to develop, but I've never had the patience. Slash, I always just kept saying I just don't have the talent. I just don't have the talent, and at this point, I'm like, screw it. I'm going because I'm a firm believer talent's not a thing, so we're not going to get into that. Shit. Oh, okay, I'll fix that in a second. Yeah, right now I'm just working on the main character for what hopefully will be the first webcomic I ever do. I'll probably actually make a storyboard first before I do anything else, and it won't be of this. It'll be of my Wolfenstein TV show pitch. I think that's what I would do first with my badly. God damn it! God damn it! I did it twice. There, I just Alt Tab or Control Z it out. There we go. So I can include that in any video I do to try and sell it to the audience. Let me just touch up his badly drawn briefcase. I think that would be another trait about him that's weird. Is like his weird green briefcase doesn't make sense either. Not because it has like more in it than it should, just like its proportions don't make sense. And there's no reason for it. It's not like in Trigun where the guy is like carrying the giant ass cross and it's actually full of weapons. No, just his briefcase is very weird. There we go. I still don't even have a name for the character. Anybody got a name for a character? Nah. Alright. Well, that's about as far as I wanted to go with the character. Like, I'm not, like, as y'all know, I'm not a great artist. I'm still learning. Well, okay, I just thought of something else I could do to make it a little bit more interesting. Hang on. Not what I wanted. Spitball some. I want it to be an extremely generic name. There, so the wrinkles look a little bit more like wrinkles. You know what? I'm just going to go with something extremely generic. Chris Thompson. Like, I'm not even joking. Alright. Son of a bitch. There we go. Thompson. There we go. No. Tom. Okay, I gotta actually look up how to spell Thompson because I'm an idiot. Okay, yeah. So I gotta switch the P and the S. You know what? That's how his name is actually spelt. This is what's on his business card. And that's going to be a running joke. His business cards are all misspelt. Let's bring this down to 75 because it shouldn't have been that big to begin with. The font will be changing here in a second. I'm just leaving it. Let's see here. What font do I want? The demonized one would look really good, but it's also really bulky as hell. I do like using my 1942, or not 1942, although I might start using it, my All Rights Reserved, but it doesn't fit with the narrative. Let's see here. Cthulhu glyphs. Yep, that's what we're using. Cthulhu glyphs. I have so many weird ones I've just kind of picked up over time. I know what I want to use, but I don't seem to have it anymore. Although the Javanese text looks really good, actually. Yeah, that looks really smooth. I actually want to look up how to spell attorney, because I know I spelt that wrong. Yeah, there's an E in there. There we go. Oh, it adjusts all of it. I don't want that. There we go. Comic Sans. That could work. Let me take a look at how that would look. And if you said that earlier, sorry I didn't see it. There's this one. Yes, but not in the way you're thinking. Hang on. There we go. His name is in Comic Sans. And then Attorney at Law, which... let me actually fix that. Hang on. This is bothering me. That's bothering me, because I don't want it like that. Alright, so I just duplicated it. Delete that. And then I'm going to go over here. Delete the Attorney at Law. Did I delete the word attorney? Hang on. Let me free transform that one out of the way. Whoop. There we go. I don't know why me raising it made a difference, but okay. There we go. And then I can link these two together. Like, once again, this is meant to be like a bad business card. It even has the little briefcase hanging off the side. I feel like this would be a great like cover art just to fuck with people. Like, you see that. All right. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Let me pull up some of the art I've already done so you guys can look at it and judge me. Let's see here. This is one of the ones I actually do think I did a good job of. Muscle Girl. This is literally what it's called. If you actually look right here on the right-hand side, you'll see that I have so much of this is layered out individually. Like, no joke. Like, just so much of it is layered out. That actually works too. His business card's also a greeting card. Let's see here. Where's another one that I actually finished? Chocobo Chibi is like my first attempt at making a prototype for Violent Chocobo's VTuber model. I wanted like the more chibi version. This is meant to be meant to look kind of tired and cutesy. She decided she wanted different colors, so that is obviously this one's not going to work. I think I have another. There's the Choki Chibi there. It ended up not being chibi, but I drew it right here. I made the hands T-pose so that I could practice the hands. I already know how I'm going to change it. One, she needs to look more chibi. Two, I want to bring this down like it's a mask that you would wear because of COVID. And then the other thing I did this yesterday, is my attempt at the Ace of Spades. I couldn't get the angle right, and something I noticed when I was drawing it, this gun makes no fucking sense. Because this hammer's up here, which means the bullet should be coming out this way. But the chamber's down here. So what's the point of the hammer? Like, it actually has no purpose. It's just there for style. And that's not even just me drawing it. Like, you're like, oh, hey, you just drew it bad. No, I'm not joking. Hang on. Like, that's not just how I drew it. That's actually, like, if you look at the design of the weapon itself. See, the hammer's up here. It would hit here, but the chamber's down here. Like, I noticed that when I was drawing, but I'm like, screw it, I really like the gun, so I'm not going to correct it. Yeah, but this is just some of the stuff I've been working on. I'm pretty proud of. Like, space gun. Oh yeah, gun's really cool looking, and I'm really proud of how I did mine. I altered the colors, but yeah. It's a cool gun from one of the most popular characters. Unfortunately, he's dead now. But yeah, that's what I'm. It's extremely simplified, and it's meant to be simplified. If I did an anime / manga, I don't want the artwork to be very intensive because I have to repeat it. And more likely, if I was making real assets for it, I would actually be making it extremely piecemeal. The logic behind it being that I can assemble the character I want, like for different mouth movements and stuff like that. Especially because that would help with animation process if I decide to do some animated or GIF scenes. Because alternatively, I'd be using the distort effect to do it, which is what VTuber models tend to do. So, anybody got anything they want to talk to me about before I call it? Give y'all a chance to say something. Nothing? Alright. He'll hit me up like he can always hit me up on the Discord. I think he knows me on Discord. If not, he'll hit you. You're gonna drop your version of Chris? Alright, I'll see it. Just tag me on Twitter. This is just an early prototype version. If like when I make my manga and you wanna my comic version, move the guy to the side. No, he's intentionally covering up the C. That's intentional. It's meant to be stupid. But I will show you, I will move him to the side. I do not need all of that. Because thankfully, once again, one of the things I do like about doing this, there. I'll uncover. Anyway, we're going to save it. Save on computer. Let's see here. Y'all seeing how I have everything organized. Like, this is my project folder for, like, all the videos I do, everything. Little did he know, this was the start of his fame of making mangas. I'll go ahead and export it. I'll throw it up on Twitter. Let's see here. Sketching, there it is. I could probably actually pull up that folder. Let's see here. Want to be careful that I don't accidentally pull up my porn folder. Yuck. But as you can see, like, this is my folder where I've put all my sketches. Like, I have this and this. Those aren't mine, obviously. They're meant to be my guides. I did this one. I forgot to show you all this one. It was just like me doing Armstrong because I did it. Because I wanted to do it. And it's what I did. Here's the thumbnail I made for this. I just kind of threw it together. No, I'm not going to save it. I only needed it. So, anyway, yeah. Joke, hashtag not a joke. Yeah, maybe. Hashtag. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, and there's the picture I took to do it. Anyway, well, I hope to see y'all in the next time I stream, which real stream should be Wednesday. I just felt like doing this because I try to draw one picture every day for practice purposes. I think I skipped Sunday. So if y'all like me doing this, y'all want to see me vibe out and just draw. Whenever I go to draw, I'll do it. Like, mind you, I'm going to be streaming, like, I'll be doing it, like, late hours, so, because it's when I tend to draw. And I sleep in weird patterns, so. But if y'all want to see me do this more often, leave a comment, hit, whatever. Just let me know. Y'all know how to reach me. And thank you for being here. See y'all on the next one.